Trainwreck Podcast, the only show that we have to tell you for legal purposes cannot cure cancer. I'm one of your hosts, Aidan.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Donovan.
And I am Trey. And Aidan, when did we ever say that we were going to cure cancer?
We never did, but I have been informed that just in case we ever make a joke one of these days where we say we can cure cancer, we should just get the disclaimer out of the way right away. It's like,
that's...
Now,
yeah, but what if we could?
Yeah, like, what if we can cure cancer?
I mean, we totally can, though.
Yeah, we can definitely cure cancer.
I've done it before. 3 times before.
Hear me out. We sell chocolate balls and advertise them as,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We'll just sell, like, if you go to my website right now, I have an item for sale that will cure cancer. It's only like $1,000.
Willy Wonka's everlasting cell stopper.
Again, for legal reasons, this is a joke.
Fitting because
But
the
it's-
Wonka.
Is it just
thing
like
came out.
a jawbreaker made out of uranium?
You suck on it and your cancerous cells just stop.
And your hair grows back.
Cancer can't keep going if you can't.
That is true.
Okay, I think it's about time that we start asking some of the serious questions. Does anyone
Yeah,
have
like the questions
Yes,
for being interrogated for.
I shall ask the very first question of today's podcast. If you were required by law to get a full body tattoo, what would you get tattooed over your entire body?
I'd shoot myself in the face.
That is a fair response.
That doesn't sound like a tattoo.
Yeah,
I would shoot myself in the face. Do whatever you will with my corpse, but I will not be alive to see it.
What legal reasons would be... Why?
Yeah, which one of the governments?
Trey, I hate to admit it, but this is something required by the law in the Kingdom of Suck. So we can brand citizens.
Yeah, the Kingdom of Suck.
I have an idea because so do you remember the episode in Practical Jokers where I think it was Q who got a tattoo of Jaden Smith on his leg?
Oh.
I'm gonna fucking get a tattoo of Jaden Smith all over my body.
You're going to get a body...
So you're going to become Jaden Smith.
At what point does doing that become racist?
Yeah, at what point is that blackface?
I think when it gets to the face.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, like, you're dyeing your skin, essentially. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fuck, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, my answer was going to be a ninja, but now that I'm thinking about it.
Pretty sure
What
that
ethnicity would
would
you like
also
to be?
get you canceled.
what race would you like to be?
What would be yours, Trey?
Do I have to?
It says, according to the question, it's required
I mean, you
by
could
law.
go out
Can
the
I-
same way that Aidan did, but then you're uncreative.
Can I just become a fugitive from the law? Like, how are they going to enforce this law?
Since I was just accused of being uncreative, I'll step in with...
No, I'm not calling you uncreative. I'm calling Trey I'm calling Trey uncreative for following in your footsteps.
Okay, but I did come up with one. If the gun misfired and they took me to the tattoo shop, what I would do is, you know that one Smash fanfic that was like the longest
it's
of
the
English
one-
literature?
Yeah.
I just get the as much of the text of that as I could tattooed on my body.
Did you know that was actually beaten out by another fanfiction?
Yeah, which, okay.
A Loud House fanfiction.
Oh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Why? What?
That's very disgusting.
Why do human beings suck? Like, why?
Why is it counted a part of literature? It's a fanfiction.
Why hasn't that person been
Fanfiction
hunted
is
down
literature,
and killed?
Jacob.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not-
You do.
Yeah, but
Really,
Look,
quick.
I'm not saying
just-
that we should burn books, but
Okay, I've an argument for why fanfiction should be considered literature. Would you like to hear it?
sure.
we're gonna laugh at you, but sure.
Okay, so jumping back to one of the oldest stories, well, not even really one of the oldest stories, but definitely one of the classic Anglo-Saxon pieces, the Legends of King Arthur. So the first, I guess, writing you could consider to be about King Arthur is La Morte d'Arthur, which was written I don't know when, but that's where most Arthurian baseline stuff comes from. That's where you get Morgana Le Fay, Merlin, Excalibur, all of that. Are you keeping up with me thus far?
Yeah.
I just know Monty Python.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, he didn't mention one of the most important parts of Arthur, the Knights of the Round Table, specifically the most important Knight of the Round Table, Lancelot. And that is because Lancelot was added much later by someone who was essentially writing fan fiction about King Arthur. Lancelot is someone's OC.
Thank you.
And if we
for
can consider
enlightening us.
fucking Lancelot, someone's original character, Do Not Steal, as part of this epic mythos about an English king who probably didn't exist, then we can include a lot of fan fiction as literature.
Yeah, but there's a line. Lancelot is cool. We're talking about a Loud House fan fiction. Are you going to call a Loud House fan fiction on the same level as Lancelot of the Knights of the Round Table?
He makes a
Freedom
fair
of
point.
speech is a difficult thing. There's two sides of the coin. You have to allow both if you want it to exist.
Do we have to, though?
No, I'm
can it
not
just be
saying we
our
should
free
take over
speech?
with an authoritarian regime, but
But if you think about it, couldn't the Bible be considered fan fiction?
Yeah, can't all those paintings of Jesus be considered fan?
That's different.
It depends on how you... this is jumping into theology, but it depends on how you... on whether or not you believe Jesus was a real person or not.
well, let's just say it now. All religions suck and are the
Yeah,
best.
all of them.
And
And
are
mine is
also
the
amazing,
best.
yes.
Whichever religion you guys don't like, it's bad. But whichever one you guys like, it's the best one.
Yes.
Yeah,
There
that's our
go.
official stance.
Now everybody hates us, and nobody is happy with us.
They both hate us and they love us.
It's the perfectly balanced.
As all things should be. Next question.
And then fill in whichever religion you hate here.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. I thought Trey didn't answer his though.
Nope, I answered. Yep, I answered.
He refused.
Definitely. No, I answered. I totally answered.
Well, you said you were going to
It's just your guys' fault for forgetting.
You said you were
Jacob,
gonna
ask
try-
the next fucking question.
Fine, I will.
Ask the next question.
Okay. This is, I think I've asked a variation
Ask
of
it.
this before.
Ask
If you could be an NPC in any video game, what game would you choose to reside in?
Did we ask this before?
No.
No.
I don't think we did.
No, we've asked this before in
asked-
private.
we asked
but-
a similar
haven't.
question.
We asked what fantasy world would you live in,
Yeah.
which kind of is...
Which is
okay, so
similar.
what NPC? That's difficult, because
Okay.
I don't know if you realize this about video
Oh wait, yeah,
games.
wait. Jacob gave an answer to a question to this question in because he said he wanted to be in Pokemon as
As an NPC.
an NPC. So
Basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
We're
so
reverse
I guess,
engineering it. Let's answer this. Because here's the difficulty you run into. I don't know if you've realized this, but most
an NPC would
NPCs
suck.
don't have good lives. Let's take GTA, for example. You're not going to live long in Los Santos.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Especially when there's like 12 guys running around who are just randomly beating civilians.
and
to
some of
death.
them have god powers.
Some of them have gun powers.
You can always be a mariachi.
And there's
band.
also like
You'll
12
just be-
of you.
You'll just be driving along the highway. All of a sudden, there's a pile of planes, and that really cool guy that's just trying to play the game just gets kicked from the game for some reason, and then he
Okay.
gets put back in the same one.
I got it.
It
I
gets
figured it out.
Discussing
into a
personal
fucking orange.
grievances.
I am not discussing anything personal. I just hate everything.
I have figured something out. I figured it out. The best NPC to be would be in some sort of RPG, because
Depends on the RPG.
yeah, depends on the RPG, because you could still run into people just randomly killing you. But also, depending on in any RPG, just being an NPC, you could just get people to do your shit for you.
Oh my
That is
god,
that
yeah.
is true.
true.
You could just give
There could
give
just be a
quests to
random.
people.
Yeah, there's just a random guy walking around in, like, the best armor that money can buy with a sword the size of your house, and you're like...
And you run up to him and you're just like, "Excuse me, sir, I lost my pigeons. You must find all 100 of them."
Oh, brave warrior. Can you do my laundry?
Oh, brave warrior who has traveled far. I lost my cow yesterday. Can you go find him? He's brown.
Hey, can you pick up these groceries for me? I got some to do at 3, and it'll be really helpful.
Slayer of kings, son of demons. Could you,
She wanted my plants.
Can you break a 50 for me?
Could you find my shoe? I think I left it in the sewers.
I think my cat is stuck under the couch, and I just can't crawl down there.
I'll give you like 20 copper pieces for it. You know,
no big
it's not
deal.
that hard. I can see my cow over there. I just don't feel like walking over there.
I have this weird shaped stick. It might be magic. Not sure though. You look like a guy that can figure it out.
Oh, you a doctor? Can you check out this bruise I have? And that'd be really helpful. This gunshot really is a bitch.
Alternatively, you could be one of the cool NPCs and just be like, "Hey, buddy, can you kill this guy for me?" It'd be great if you could kill this guy for me.
So
I want you to do it violently.
So be like one of the side characters in GTA. Got it.
Bash his head in.
Or Just Cause. Just Cause could be.
Just Cause, great game.
Just Cause would be a terrible place to be an NPC.
That's
true.
You're
Honestly,
you're almost...
might be worse than GTA.
Yeah,
well, I mean, GTA, you could just be like walking down the sidewalk, someone runs into you, and you yell at them, they turn around with a laser gun.
Yeah, but the thing is that GTA,
same thing
GTA at least has GTA at least has police, which
the police in GTA are so great.
Yeah, if you think the police in GTA are incompetent, the police in Just Cause, you can mow through them like butter.
At least in GTA,
it takes like 1 or 2 shots to kill someone. In Just Cause, you're just like killing them by the thousands.
Yeah. And there's just a seemingly infinite amount of them, and it's also fun to kill just random people walking on the street.
Yeah,
and you don't even
so many fun ways.
Taken out of context, that's very worrying.
And you don't even get punished for killing them.
Yeah, the police don't show up unless they see you do it. So
yeah, or if you kill another police officer. Otherwise, you can do whatever the hell you want. Just like summon a plane from a jet fighter from the sky, and just start mowing people down.
As long as they're just like inside and the air conditioning is a bit too loud.
Actually, honestly, Just Cause, the one exception to that rule is just get inside of a building and just stay there. Because you never go inside.
It's always outside. That's true.
You're always outside.
Persona 5 would be a terrible game to be an NPC in. Well, I mean, it would be fine. You get to watch, like, everything fall apart as the Phantom Thieves, like, turn people good. But then there's the possibility that the Phantom Thieves are going inside of you and changing, like, your fundamental parts of your mind.
That's kind of scary.
Because they could just do that, and if they mess up, then you die.
Huh.
If they're like trying to change your personality without asking you, then you could just drop dead.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Shall we move on?
I believe so.
If you could ask your past self from 10 years ago a question, what would you ask?
Why?
I would grab 12-year-old Aidan by like just the shoulders, and I'd look him dead in the eye, bend down to his level, and I'd just stare at him for a second and be like, "Why did you complain so much? You have it good right now. Do you realize the hell that awaits you in the next few years? Seriously, stop complaining. Shut the fuck up. 2016 isn't that bad."
And then a temporal anomaly would form.
For me, my question, for my younger self would be, why the fuck did you watch so much Nostalgia Critic?
Because you were a bad person.
Exactly.
That ship is going to sink real fast in the next few years.
Stop watching him, okay? He's not
Get
good.
the fuck out
You
right
think he's
now.
good? You think he's good? And then you're gonna make a shitty web series because you wanna be a fan of him, and then you're gonna be embarrassed by it, and you're gonna have to live with that. And then you're gonna be saying to yourself, "Why were you making this? Why were you doing this? You could have been done."
Studios.
Yeah, remember when Jacob thought he could do a British accent?
No,
And we all like silently that's good.
Yeah.
Eventually he'll
To
stop.
rub it in his face. No, I was gonna make a bad suggestion. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
Okay, for the rest of this episode, we should all talk in over-the-top British accents.
No.
What, this? No, that was more Australian.
That sounds like
I'll actually just do Irish because that's part of the United Kingdom. And
Please
okay,
don't.
sorry. Never mind. I won't bring it up. It doesn't fit with the podcast. But I'm going to be talking like this for the rest of the night.
Please don't.
I will
Don't.
not.
I know where you live, and I have a car.
Don't worry.
That was a threat to your life.
I realize that, Trey.
Now,
That fucking show.
back to our podcast.
That show will haunt me to the day I die. I swear to God.
Yes, it will.
Oh,
Remember
the
when you
mistakes
advertised your YouTube channel
the
during
mistakes
Film Club?
middle school Jacob fucking had and still makes to this day.
think I
Anyway,
was
Such as, just so I can have some blackmail, please tell us the mistakes you make.
well, a lot of them are just
Don't
failed
actually.
Jacob, will the show get canceled if you talk about them?
Well, I mean, they're
Jacob,
just
have you
failed
said
projects.
the N-word?
No,
Jacob.
Jacob.
no, I have not.
Okay, continuing on. Who wants to ask the next question?
I have
okay.
one. If you were to ask a hypothetical question right now, what would it be?
I have one. You're reading a book and you discover it's about your life. You get to the point where you are now. Would you turn the page?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd
definitely.
like to know what happens
Like,
next.
Yeah.
Most likely, yeah.
And then, hey, think about it this way: if something bad happens, then you know to not do that.
Yeah.
Unless
Wait a
it's
minute.
like one of those
So
situations.
it's not even like metaphorical. Would you continue forward? It's straight up. Would you see into your own future? Fuck
I
yeah, I would
guess.
see into my own future. I could
And then if
change
you
it.
See, if the book is concrete, then by attempting to change it, you would just inevitably cause it, because that's how time works.
So the only there's no way you could, because like even if you were like, okay, I'm just gonna sit back, accept what happens to me, do nothing differently, that future's gonna happen. And then if you try to change it, that future's gonna happen. And sometimes it might happen because you were trying to change it, because that's how time travel works. And
And then it will happen harder.
to borrow a phrase from Endgame, if you go. You can't change the past because that past becomes your future, and your future becomes your past.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
It does.
I understand it.
Time travel.
It's a
Time
stupid
travel.
writing convention that can lead to a lot of plot holes. If not
I see
done
this as an
carefully.
absolute win.
Get out. Leave. Leave right now.
Why?
You know what you did.
All I was doing was
that way.
referencing the film Avengers
know.
Endgame.
I know.
The gift bags are at the door, Aidan.
Starring Robert
Aidan.
Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson, and
Trey,
Jeremy
what's your
Renner.
question?
It was the knockout film of April.
This is still technically part of mine.
The highest grossing film of all time. Why am I not allowed
My
to reference it?
question... Do you guys think you'd survive the zombie apocalypse?
Oh
No.
God, no. I would be the
Probably
first
not.
one to die. Like I would be the like. It's not even like I have a prominent death. I'm in the background and I die.
You're gonna
That's
break
how-
your leg or something.
Exactly. Like I'm not even gonna die by the zombies. I'm gonna slip on a ball of soap. And how did that one character die in Supernatural?
Oh yeah, the metal
We can stop
bar.
talking about Supernatural.
Oh yeah, didn't Dean get killed by like a...
He
slipped
backed up on
bar
a
of
wooden.
soap. Season 3, episode it was entitled Mystery Spot. The entire premise was Dean dies repeatedly in the most stupid ways
Oh, right.
possible.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the ending.
yeah, no, the ending.
Oh,
Doesn't he just like
yeah.
get tetanus and die?
Yeah.
Which is just stupid.
He's not even... Okay, let's not talk about the Supernatural finale, but... Okay, anyway,
I kind of want to, though.
The answer to that question, you missed your chance to. The answer to that question, it depends on the type of zombie. Because here's the thing. I think if they were like the slow, shambling, Walking Dead kind of horde where their terror comes in the fact that there's just so fucking many of them, then I think I have a chance.
Yeah.
I think I could, because I think, well, one, I could outrun them. Two, like, I think I could probably outsmart them. Like, you just got to be cautious is the main thing.
Yeah.
Just don't make loud noises all the time.
If you're talking about, like, the sort of I Am Legend, super fast, horrifying zombies that, like, if you see more than one of them, you're most likely dead, I don't like my chances.
Yeah. That's fair. I feel like I maybe would survive.
In the slow ones or the fast ones?
The slow one. No, the fast ones are everybody dies.
Yeah.
The fast ones are just
fucked. They fought them in World War Z.
How?
Well, I think the zombies, they didn't go after old people and people who were sick. They somehow detected how people were sick, so they just started injecting people with viruses, and the zombies ignored them, so they just killed them.
That seems like it would that would be as a predator thought line, that would be the first people you kill.
Well, no, because then they would not be able to like be a zombie then, because they would be too damaged.
Yeah, and also, Trey, you got to think about the fact that it's kind of like why most predators, they don't eat animals that are already dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of them do, though. There are a lot.
Yeah, those are called scavengers, and that's a completely different thing. But zombies appear to be more like they're definitely predators.
Yeah,
that's true. But predators will often go for young or weak animals.
Well, yeah, the zombies don't go for the zombies go for the kids. They go for the
they go for the ones that are they go for the ones that are going to last a lot longer. The ones that are old are already decaying and zombie-like to begin with.
They're going to be zombies anyways.
We'll all be zombies.
Trey, the question is this: would you, as a zombie, rather eat a cancer patient, which I will take the time to remind you we can cure?
Yes.
Yeah, we can cure cancer. That is a thing.
Would you want to eat or would you want to eat a bodybuilder? Who would you rather eat?
I mean, but the bodybuilder would be harder to eat because he'd fight back more.
Yeah, but, like, risk-reward, You got to put more effort into it, but you're going to get a better meal.
Okay, wait. Again, okay, back to the zombies.
You get out of it what you give.
These zombies, as a zombie, am I a fast zombie or a slow zombie?
Let's say you're a fast zombie.
I would probably try the bodybuilder.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about a meal, not just like turning someone into a zombie, then that's going to be a lot more muscle than meat. So
that's true.
You're going to be getting less out of it.
Meal or zombify? Because and do I have the cognitive ability to make a distinction between the two?
Again, just because for fast zombies I'm using I Am Legend as a baseline, you definitely have the cognitive ability.
I definitely have the cognitive ability. So
here's a little thing about I Am Legend. I won't say it. Never mind.
Now
that was
curious.
The Will
I've
Smith
never watched
one, right?
the movie.
That's
the Will Smith one.
Okay.
Where
are we eating them, or are we bringing them to our side?
Because bringing them to our side, obviously, the bodybuilder, that's
that's easy. Because that's going to be like one bite, right?
Yeah. And then you have a juggernaut on your team, and you can just send him in.
Yeah.
But the cancer patient is a better meal. It won't fight back.
Yeah. Well, we have thoroughly discussed the strategy of
being a zombie.
Okay, I think this is the first time I've ever had a conversation where we've discussed zombie strategy. Usually it's how do we survive them.
Yeah, we've always discussed how to survive against the zombies, not as the zombies.
Yeah, if you're a zombie, how do you survive?
You know what? That's a good point. People don't talk about this enough.
Yeah, what's our plan as zombies? How are we going to go about getting those pesky humans?
That reminds me of that one Jonathan Coulton song.
A lot of zombies, they seem to go to the cities, and that's not a bad place to go. That's where you're going to build up your numbers. That's a good place to start because you can spread quickly. People will be confused. They won't know what's going on. You can get a good number. Yeah. But as time goes on, you're going to want to move away from the cities because people will realize, oh, the zombies are sticking to the cities because that's where all the people are. No, that's when you go into the country. You walk to the farms. That's where you're going to get more people.
See, Aidan, I think I think starting in the cities is actually a bad idea. You should be in the cities during the middle. You gotta start in the secluded areas. Spread the disease throughout the small populations.
Well, no, then the news will spread out, and the cities will be well prepared, and that's a lot of people to fight that you don't get at the beginning.
That's a lot of people who are ready for you that you're gonna have to fight.
Because the city, it's the surprise that you get, and you get that large numbers quickly, so that you don't have to deal with it later.
Now, alternatively, if we can choose, like, where we're starting this, a place that would not be bad to start would be some sort of military institution.
Yeah. Because if you get rid of all the military, then they can't fight back.
Yeah, what are you going to have to deal with? You're going to deal with just civilian gun owners, and on the whole, I'm pretty sure most of our civilian population isn't fully equipped to handle
an army
killing hordes of zombies.
Now, I have a question. Yes. In this scenario, are animals also able to be zombified?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Because
I like the image of zombie cow.
Yeah.
So, what if we were to go zombify the animals, because they can more quickly spread?
So we start in the forest and we just start zombifying the birds.
No, exactly.
Yes.
They can shit all over people.
We send the birds.
We start in the zoo.
Zombie gorilla.
Yes.
I like that was in the Resident Evil game, by the way. It was in the prototype of Resident Evil 2.
Zombie rhinoceros.
That's going to be my steed.
Zombies with mounts. That is a terrifying image.
Not just a mount, a rhino.
A rhinoceros. Yes, a rhino, which is just a living tank. Like, that's just a tank that's alive.
And now it wants to eat you even more. Now it's not just eating you for fun, it's eating you to survive.
What if we gave the gorillas... what if we also gave the gorillas a gun?
Well, then we're just doing Planet of the Apes.
Because gorillas are quite often quadrupedal because of the fact that they're very top-heavy.
What about monkeys, then?
No,
Trey, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They can't move and fire. They'll have to, like, drag the gun along with them, but they can stand still and, I mean, that's what Planet of the Apes is all about.
Yeah.
Although you are right, chimps. Chimps are the ones.
Have a chimp riding a gorilla with a machine gun.
Wasn't that a comic? Wasn't that like a panel in like a comic or something?
This feels like something out of Team Fortress.
It does.
Yeah, this does feel like something out of one of the update comics.
Yeah.
Like I swear, like this feels like if Poopy Joe came back from
space, yeah.
From space. It's his revenge. Listen to what we say, Valve. Do this for the next Scream Fortress.
Yeah.
Valve, listen to us and nobody else.
Valve isn't listening to anybody.
We will accept.
One of our 30 listeners might be fucking Gabe.
No, it's the secretary who works for Gabe.
So back to the zombies. If we're gonna, I guess the strategy that we're gonna go with is zoo.
Yeah,
I think that's the best idea.
Or Australia.
A zoo, a metropolitan zoo.
Yeah, so let's go to the Bronx Zoo.
Oh,
rile up all the animals.
Killing two birds with one stone.
Trey brings up a good point with Australia.
Oh yeah, Australia's scary.
It's already dangerous there.
Nightmare creature, zombie emus,
zombie kangaroos.
Right, but the thing is, you're also on an island where most of it is uninhabitable.
That is true. That is true. Oh, and also, if I've learned anything from what's the game called?
Plague Inc.
I was gonna say Pandemic, which is just the free version of Plague Inc. If I've learned anything from either of those games, start in Madagascar if you can.
Madagascar.
If you don't get to Madagascar before they shut down their ports, you're fucked, because Madagascar's gonna survive.
Yeah, that's where all the talking animals are.
The difference here is that this is not, like, we're not the viruses. We're not the virus, we're the zombies.
We're just straight up the zombies.
Yeah, we actually have to carry it over.
Yeah, we're not.
So while Australia, it would be like a really good place to start. It would have to have like really good timing, I guess, because you're gonna want to like, round up all the emus and somehow get like a boat that's already leaving, that they can't stop, so then you could hop on and then travel somewhere else with your emotes.
What about doing like something like New Year's, maybe? That's where a lot of people are.
You hit New York.
Yeah, so
during New Year's.
Central Park Zoo during New Year's. So then you're just an army of tigers and rhinos and gorillas going through Times Square with an army of zombies.
Yeah, that's the strategy. Why haven't zombies done this before?
Yes,
We
zombies
found the
really
meta.
gotta.
Come on, zombies, listen up. We got the meta.
We found the
Zombie.
meta.
Get your shit together.
Walking Dead writers, if you're listening to this and want to revive the show in 5 years, you got an idea.
The Walking Dead is still going.
I know, that's
Really?
why. It's ending this year, I think.
Why?
The Walking Dead really is Walking Dead.
Yeah, like
Okay. Every movie, I've talked about this, but not on the podcast. Every movie, every story, every video game, every TV show would be made instantly better if the ending line was always a reference to the title. Like, just for example, because I'm staring at a Lego set for this, if in Lord of the Rings, Frodo just, like, looked to Gandalf at the end and went, I guess I really was the Lord of the Rings, and just stared off into the sunset.
I would argue that while that's good, what we really need to do is just, for every iconic movie, TV show, whatever, replace all of the actors but one with Muppets.
Yeah, that was a tweet that you're stealing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
stealing a tweet.
Actually, it's a very good, if you ever want to think about directing, casting exercise, because it actually works pretty well with most things. Just take all the characters out, make them Muppets, and see how you would cast it. It's actually pretty fun.
Aidan did kind of steal a Family Guy bit, though. So
What?
just now that having the movie's name in the movie is a Family Guy bit.
Well, that's just a...
Okay, Trey,
I didn't know
shut the fuck up.
I thought he was stealing from an episode of VI.
I thought he was stealing from that one Twitter account.
I was just saying it because I think it would be really funny.
I'm the samurai cop to Deadly Vengeance.
Really?
So, let's see. I asked a question. Dobbin asked a question. Not Dobbin.
okay.
I asked a question that led to many questions.
Yeah, that's...
I actually do have a question. If you could add any event to the Olympics, what would you add?
I think
We all agree on the answer, right?
I don't know if we do.
Murder? Are you
I was gonna say-
going to say murder?
I was gonna say we have fencing. We should add dueling.
I think I might know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, dueling.
Dueling.
Yeah, with old 1700s pistols. Yeah,
10 paces fire.
dog fighting.
Dog.
I was gonna... For dueling, I was thinking, you know that one mode in Wii Sports Resort?
Oh, the fucking, the giant Q-tips, and you just battle to the death atop of a massive pillar.
Yeah,
Like that one SpongeBob episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need that.
But what were you going to say,
of someone
Donovan? 'Cause I feel like I know what you were going to say.
Oh no, everyone has said better answers.
Oh. I thought you were going to say something like Fortnite shit.
Yeah, esports in the Olympics. Let's go.
Yes, please. Actually, legitimately, I think we should have esports in the Olympics.
Chess boxing.
Chess boxing?
Oh yes,
heard of it?
chess boxing. Is
is it like you play a round of chess and then you box for
And
a
then you
round?
box.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard that.
Yes, we need chess boxing.
If chess is considered a sport, then chess boxing needs to get in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it combines the best of both worlds.
It tests the mind and the body.
Yeah.
What more could you want?
And the Olympics is a test of both of those. It is the embodiment of the Olympics.
I was gonna say, I think my favorite event in the Olympics currently is curling, because it's just so stupid.
What is it?
It's just okay. It's the one where
You
the people
sweep.
have brooms and they
You
throw.
sweep.
They
Oh,
sweep.
they're just sweeping the ice, right?
Yeah. My favorite fact about curling is it's what is known as a gentleman's game. There's no refs. It's just everybody agrees on the rules. So if everybody agreed that something was not what it was, then it just isn't. Like if somebody gets like a perfect thing and then everybody just decides to agree that it was out, then it was out.
Well, isn't it a Canadian sport?
I think
That
so.
makes sense.
Yeah, then that makes
Canadians
sense.
with their maple syrup. And
honestly, just
those
the idea,
wacky Canucks.
just the
Am
idea
I allowed
that,
to say that?
Yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
probably.
look,
just the
Canadians,
idea that any game can, you can just, like, there's no real rules for it. You can just agree on stuff. It's just so funny.
Boxing.
Just
Yes,
hear
a
me out.
gentleman's sport now.
Hear me out. We add Battle of the Bands to Olympics, and whoever performs better, we just give them money.
Or we add a Battle of the Bands in the same way that Scott Pilgrim has Battle
That
of the
too.
Bands.
That too. That actually sounds a lot better. But
You have to literally kill your competition with music.
yeah, and then you get a bunch of Canadian coins.
Let's add landmines to curling.
Yeah, make curling more interesting. Add some landmines.
There should be just more bombs-based, games in the Olympics. I think that will get them more viewers.
Yeah, the only the only fire I'm seeing in the Olympics is in the beginning with the torch. There needs to be
Okay.
more.
You know,
I have...
why do our ideas always just devolve into killing people?
Like,
I don't
here's
know,
an
but
idea. Oh,
I have a question.
what?
Oh, sorry. We're not done with this yet. Let's continue.
Like here's an idea. You're in a situation where you have 3 nuclear bombs. One of which is a real nuclear bomb. One of which the other one contains cash prizes, and the final one contains nothing. You have to see which one is the actual bomb, and if you get it wrong, then you kill people.
Yeah, but you get a
Jacob?
new Tesla.
That's a saw trap. You just described a saw trap.
It's literally.
Hey, look, does it get them ratings?
No, because it kills.
I mean, then they're all
people.
dead.
Yeah, but like,
There's nobody to watch your show if they're all dead. You just launched a nuclear bomb.
what about the
which just
international
started-
audience?
You just started a nuclear war.
Look, it's worth trying,
It's not a
No.
war if everyone agreed on it.
See, exactly.
I mean, he has a point.
When was the
Like-
last time that the whole world agreed on something?
Dividing up Africa.
Yeah, that. But even then, Africa didn't really agree with it.
Well, they weren't considered a part of the world in that situation.
That's
Democracy.
The last time the entire world agreed on something.
fair. Jacob, did you just suggest that everybody agrees on democracy?
Jacob, there are entire
Have you-
countries where that's not the case.
Have you ever heard of China or Russia
Oh, shit, am I
or
into
North
that?
Korea or a lot
yeah,
of the
of
Middle
course.
East? I think.
Or
I don't know
Venezuela.
much about the Middle East. Venezuela.
Jacob, there are a lot of dictatorships in the world.
Democracy is actually kind of rare. It's just
Okay.
the good one.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's not a hypothetical. It's just a
Okay.
question. That, like most of the questions I asked, is spurred on by something I see while sitting in my closet. So I glanced over at my shelf of DVDs, which are now made obsolete thanks to the invention of this week's sponsor, Netflix.
I'm gonna kick you.
Okay, okay, but
Not from the call. I'm gonna kick you.
fun. This DVD is for, a film called, Huck and Tom's Mississippi Adventure, which is obviously Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. Okay? Here's the kicker. This isn't just any adaptation of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. This is the anime adaptation.
Oh.
And it is also the first anime I ever watched. So, the question is this. What's the weirdest anime you've ever come across?
Legally,
Because for me, it's either
can't
this
say.
or the anime...
Legally, I'm not allowed to say that.
The anime adaptation of Les Miserables is also something that is
Oh
quite
yeah, I've heard of
fucking
that.
bizarre to find.
Because there are
what's
very
I-
clear answers to this question.
I don't think I'm allowed to say.
Trey, not hentai anime.
Well, now you're just secluding a large portion of anime.
Now you're getting rid of the good answers.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. No, we can't talk about this in detail.
No, we can't. I'm pretty sure we might get removed from this website.
It's
by that
honestly not that strange, but like it's the one that comes to my mind. There's this anime called Tiger Mask W, and what it is. Actually, scratch that. Now that I think about it, there was this one weird-ass Kamen Rider OVA that existed in the 90s, and it's weird seeing it, because it's this kind of chibi shit thing, and it's weird. I forgot the exact details, and you would think Kamen Rider would lend itself good to anime, but, it's not...
Yeah, it looks like it would be really good as one.
I was gonna say Tiger Mask W, because that came out a few years ago, and it actually is based off of another anime, because it was about this guy who becomes a wrestler to fund something, I don't know, and that actually got adapted into an actual wrestler, and yada yada yada. It had a reboot a few years ago, and it was actually good, and it had a partnership with New Japan.
That
was really it.
Bouncing off of Aidan's question, what historical event needs an anime adaptation?
The attempted assassination and eventual success of Grigory Rasputin.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that works.
100%.
They could go so over the top with it.
Absolutely.
Could you just imagine the noblemen just being like, "No, I'm gonna use my special." No, make it a shonen anime.
Honestly, the life of Rasputin in general.
Where instead of his assassination, where they just keep failing attempts, it's a tournament arc.
You could ditch all of that and just make it Tom and Jerry, but
but it's Grigory Rasputin.
If we're just throwing out ideas, let me think. Fuck, a French Revolution? Has that been adapted?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, damn it!
Really?
Has it?
I mean, I know for a fact that Les Miserables has an anime adaptation. Let me look. No, we don't do research.
I was about to do the same thing, Aidan. I stopped
we don't do research.
I was like, we don't do research here.
The primary tenet.
What's like a historical event that could be stupid as an anime?
Just the American Revolution. I want to see anime George Washington.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
That would be great. But again, okay, but like, what kind of anime? Are we making it like a good, like, grounded sort of deal? Or are we just going full on shonen anime with it?
Shonen, because those are the only good ones.
Okay. That's a hot take right there for you.
Yeah. I just get bored with other ones.
Really? So, have you ever watched Full Metal Alchemist?
Nope.
You should.
So you've only watched shonen and stuff.
I mean, I don't know exactly what's considered a shonen anime. I don't know.
Okay, overpowered protagonist, and a lot of fighting.
Yeah, I really haven't watched any non-shonen animes, thinking about it.
I think when I do watch anime, it's mostly just slice of life stuff.
Jacob, didn't you watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
But
Parts
like, I mean...
1 through 6.
He said mostly.
Is JoJo's
it was...
you consider JoJo shonen?
JoJo's is one of the
JoJo started the Shonen Jump magazine. That's the only reason they're around today.
Oh, fun.
Because Araki was originally going to go to this big magazine publisher, but then he went to this small failing business that was right next to it. Instead, because I think it was that the other guys kicked him out, so he just went to the shop right next door and they became bigger.
Way to go for Shonen Jump.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Holy fucking shit. Sorry, I did not realize how old JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was.
It was from the 80s, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
87, I think.
That's like pre-Dragon Ball, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is.
And Araki has not aged.
Hear me out. What if we were to do an anime adaptation of the Watergate scandal?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
I want to see
Richard Nixon.
I'd watch that.
You need to make it like a Death Note style thriller.
Yeah, short series, just like 10 episodes.
For a second, I thought you said Schwartz, as in the Schwartz from Spaceballs.
May the Schwartz be with you.
I think we should be wrapping it up now.
Yeah, I guess we could. So, who wants to? Aidan, do you want to ask the final question?
Ask the final question. As with every episode, despite the fact that after the first one I don't really need to explain it, it just, it's fulfilling for me to explain it.
Yeah, you just keep doing it.
After asking important questions to each other, we will leave you, the audience, with your own important question. And the question this week is, how can you prove to yourself that you are alive? That's our show. Thank you for listening. And always